Kent Spell coming to you live from Third Mason Real Estate. The purpose of today's video is to talk about the various different types of construction style and housing. The most common type, and one everyone recognizes, is stick-built homes. Those are built 100% on site from many hundreds or thousands of parts, and we've all seen that happen. Another common type we often refer to as modular is a stick-built house that's manufactured in a factory elsewhere off-site. And it's delivered to the site in anywhere from one to many parts on a truck bed and lifted onto a foundation which has been constructed at the site by crane, and then it's further assembled and finished out from there. Oftentimes people refer to the following as modular homes, but actually they're manufactured homes. A manufactured home is built to HUD regulations in a factory off-site. One critical difference is that it is often retains its steel frame in the floor. It comes to the site being towed itself, not on another truck or trailer, but with its own trailer hitch and its own axles and wheels. Typically they are brought to the site in one piece called a single wide, two pieces called a double wide and then married together, or three pieces called a triple wide. Often these homes also have a title, much like a vehicle title, in the state where they are located, and they tend to remain personal property until they are attached to the ground and detitled, at which time they become part of the real estate. Next we have RVs and park models. RVs are campers and recreational vehicles governed by the RV Association of America and ANSI. They're typically much smaller. The primary difference between an RV and a park model is a park model is manufactured under those ANSI standards that govern RVs, but they are not designed to move around so much, and they don't have the self-sufficiency components such as a generator and storage for sewage and water in the unit itself, so they have to be hooked up to site utilities. Next comes other various types of housing. One of the most common types, very popular lately, is called a tiny home. A tiny home is typically constructed by usually a contractor or a local individual on a trailer that's designed for something else. Very commonly that trailer would be a heavy equipment trailer with a gooseneck hitch, and tiny homes, while they are movable, tend to not be movable very often. They're not built to the same standards as RVs often, and are not designed to be over the road, more or less weekly or even some cases daily. Then we also have a very common and very popular style of construction called a barn-dominium. This is really typically a balloon framed structure with sheet metal siding that is constructed on a slab, and advantages and disadvantages. Firstly, they have a lot of flexibility on the interior. The walls can, because they're balloon framed, most of the walls on the interior are not load bearing, and the interior walls can be moved around as life circumstances change. And then we have all kinds of other alternative building styles. Container homes, people will buy sheds from Lowe's or whatever like that, and they'll construct various different components inside it to make it more or less live like a house. These take every shape, form, and fashion as determined by the individual coming up with the idea. So that is a brief discussion and certainly cursory discussion of the various different types, and as we describe them here at Third Mason Real Estate for our personnel.